just about to leave Perth. 123,906. I've got a full tank. I could probably make 1,200 k's on this tank, but I'll probably fill up at Norseman. Then Norseman probably to Eucla, and then Ceduna. So probably going to fill up 3 times on this trip, because I could do it in 2, but it's pretty expensive if you buy fuel at Nullabor or Balladonia. So here we go. We're in efficiency mode now. I've never driven this car in efficiency mode. I've always driven it in dynamic. So and in dynamic, the last time I crossed the Nullabor, I got 6.4 litres per 100. Well, it's just after 5 o'clock and the sun's come up and I'm almost at Southern Cross. And at this stage, I'm only getting 7.1 litres per 100. I think a little bit of a headwind, but not much really. So I'm wondering whether this efficiency mode is actually any better than dynamic mode for fuel economy, because maybe it's running in 8th gear a bit too often. Maybe it's actually not as efficient, maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to let it run through to Norseman and see how far I go at Norseman. I'm about halfway there now. And then decide then whether I stick with efficiency mode or change over to dynamic. Well, it's telling me to Norseman, I used 52 litres to get to Norseman, it's 700 k's. So, but it's telling me 6.9 litres per 100 is what I achieved so far. But I don't know that I'm happy running in efficiency mode, because I reckon I should get better than that in dynamic mode. Well, I was getting better in dynamic mode. And the other thing is too, in efficiency mode, the air conditioner can't turn on full blast. So actually when I was driving into the sun then, it was a bit warm and I couldn't get it to work properly, and I wondered why. And then I suddenly realised that air conditioner's on efficiency mode as well, saving energy. So limiting the fuel consumption somehow. Anyway, so I'm changing it over to dynamic, and we'll see how we go with the changing from efficiency to dynamic. Well, I've left Norseman. I'm on the way to Balladonia. It's 10:30. The fuel economy is still 6.9, so in dynamic mode, I've only done 80 k's, but the fuel consumption hasn't gone up yet. Maybe it might come down even further. I'm going to get over 1,000 k's out of this tank. I expect possibly 1,200. It's feasible that I could even make it to Ceduna, which is 1,201 k's from Norseman, without fueling up anywhere. But it's probably a bit of a risk, maybe. I think I'll top up at Eucla, maybe even stay overnight there, I don't know. You know, we'll have done 1,400 k's today, so that's probably a fairly good hit out. Stop at Eucla, maybe have a bit of a ride around on my wheel and see what I can find there. There's some old ruins and stuff. Check out this setup. This bloke's ridden from Perth, going to Tassie. It's his full gear setup, water bottles. He reckons he's got used to sleeping on the ground. It's a lot more comfortable than it was when he first started out, but it's pretty cool. Well, it's 2 o'clock or 1:47 and I'm nearly to Kaiguna, I think. I'm still on that 90 mile straight, but the fuel economy's just gone down to 6.8. So that means I'm actually getting better fuel economy in dynamic, like I thought. Because the other few trips across Nullabor, I've averaged 6.6, 6.5, 6.4 in dynamic, and I thought running it in efficiency might get better fuel economy, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I haven't got any wind here. The last time I came across the Nullabor, the grass out there's leading a little bit this way, but the last time I came across and I got 6.6 or 6.5, I was into a strong headwind along here all the way. So 6.8 at the moment, but I reckon it's going to go down further. And I'm wondering also about the fuel, like whether the fuel that I got from Atlas in Welshpool, the cheap fuel, it's the cheapest fuel in Perth, whether that's the same quality as BP Ultimate that I got in Norseman. So I'm wondering whether the fuel economy is affected by the quality of the fuel or the premium quality, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? But it's just a bit weird that I'm getting better fuel economy on dynamic mode than... So I stopped in at Kaiguna and I met this young lady riding a horse from the eastern states to Perth, is that right?
From Tathra to Bunbury, yep.
From where?
Tathra in New South Wales to Bunbury, WA. Bunbury's just south of Perth.
Yeah, I know Bunbury, yeah. Have you been there?
Nope, first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the first time you've been to WA as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And how many weeks have you been on the road?
I've been on the road about 6 months now. I got another 2 months left to go.
6 months from where?
Tathra, New South Wales. It's right by Bega.
Okay, I don't know.
On the Sapphire Coast.
Okay.
About, I would say, 2 hours south of Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're doing about 30 k's a day?
Yep, 32.
And you got people water dropping off for you on roadside stops ahead so that you've got enough water to drink, is that it?
Yep, just on the Nullabor.
That's crazy.
Ceduna to Baladonia. Yeah, and then the rest of it will be set on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the longest stretch though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a telegraph track that goes from Baladonia through to the highway.
Yeah.
Which is a good track, but yeah, I don't know whether you get anybody to drop water off along there. You'd need to stay on the road.
Yeah.
But I've done that off-road.
I think we might be on that. Does it cut down south, like southwest towards Esperance?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's amazing. Well done. Ride safe.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Gin, like gin and tonic, and his name's Fable.
Gin and Fable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've got some things on Facebook, you said, but...
Yep, Gin and Fable's my page, but it's terribly outdated.
So we're coming up to Majura Pass. That's Majura Pass, 182 to Eucla. Well, we've got 55 k's to go to Eucla and 45 minutes ahead of Perth time, and that means I have covered roughly about 1400 k's from Perth to here, or to Eucla, almost exactly 1400 k's in well, it's 5 o'clock Perth time, so I'm going to get there in about half an hour, so let's say maybe I'll get there by 6. So from there by 6, That means that's Perth time. To 2, so 16 hours it's taken me. 16 hours driving. Yeah, it's a pretty long day. Ooh, I've got a dingo up here. It looks like off the side of the road. Just slow down. Looks like it's a dingo. Surely is. It's a wild dog. Right there. He doesn't look like much of a dingo, but yeah. Haven't seen a dingo along here for a while. He looked a bit scrawny, but yeah. Anyway, 6.9. I've bumped the speed up a little bit though, and I think I've been going into a little bit of a headwind, so dynamic mode, fuel economy, don't worry about that. Just let's get there as reasonably safely and fast as we can, but still getting less than 7 litres per 100 into a slight headwind. So got to be happy with that, really. We're at Eucla, or nearly. We're just going up Eucla Pass. This is the last hill before Eucla. There was one time many years ago I didn't even make it up this hill. Blew the clutch up on the way out. It wasn't my car though. But yeah, that's another story. But we've been down on the flat for a while. Now we're going up and back up onto the plateau. I got here at about 6 PM last night and had dinner and got into bed by 7:30, 7:45, and I slept through till about midnight, and then I managed to sleep a bit longer and didn't get out of bed till about 2 o'clock. And it was a pretty comfy bed though, and I'm on the road. It's 20 past 3, leaving Eucla. So don't know what the fuel economy is going to be like today, but I'm just going to leave it in dynamic mode right from the start. Look here, dynamic, new. Connecting your phone in a second, and I can't get fuel here at Eucla because they don't open till 6, so I have to go to the 24-hour and pay more at. Well, we're only 49 k's in from Border Village. Fuel consumption's down to 6.9 already. Starts a little bit higher because, you know, always when you're fueling up and stuff, the numbers go up because you're not going anywhere. But 6.9, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get down to about 6.5 by the end of the day, or 6.3 maybe. Depends if we don't get any k's in, or 110 k's in. We're already down to 6.7. There's no wind, just cruising. The sun's a bit bright in my face. Wow, it's just cracked down to 6.6. So, it's pulling up behind this vehicle here. Yeah, so fuel economy is even better. Let's go around this guy. He's got Aaron Williams pull horns. Whoa. Yep, so 6.7.6. So crazy, really. I got 6.4 or 6.5 before, or 6.7 once for the whole trip, but the car was new then. So I think I got 6.6 or 6.7. So got about 12 k's to go. Got about 12 k's to go to Ceduna, but fuel economy 6.5 from Eucla to Ceduna, which is pretty good. I've been sitting on about that speed the whole time. Yeah, pretty happy. 6.5. Wind's pretty good. A little bit of a side wind. You can see the grass on the side of the road. Probably a little bit in the head, not much. But the Audis goes pretty good on these long trips, that's for sure. Just cruises so nicely. Just idling along at about 14 or 1500 revs. Well, I'm on the home stretch. Only 50 k's to go to Adelaide, and just refueled again at Port Wakefield. So I'll be able to work out the fuel economy to the outskirts of Adelaide. And I've averaged 6.6 the whole day today from Eucla, which is pretty good. Yeah. So a few times I was going a bit above, but most of the time just cruising and zipping around trucks easily. Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty rooted actually. Be good having a good sleep. Anyway, interesting. I think overall I'm going to see an average fuel consumption of well less than 7. Probably about 6.6, 6.7, which is I think what I've got before. A fair bit of weight. That's pretty good for the amount of power that you